So I wanted to do a little bit of an exercise together to take us back to that place. So this is the time where we get comfortable. Find a sense of support in your body. Maybe you can start to allow your eyes to close. And what I'd love for you to do is empty out the breath as you draw your shoulders back and down. And as you take a deep breath in, start to let your shoulders come up towards the ears. Take a deep breath in. Another sip at the top, shoulders up towards the ears, and let it out as the shoulders roll back and down. Again, inhale, shoulders go up and around, up to the top, up to the ears. Breathe in through the nose. And at the top, we start to let it roll down and out, down and out. Again, inhale with those rolling shoulders, up, 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 up. Exhale, roll back and down. Do that one more time. And stay. Find a gentle breath. Notice the sense of connection to breath and what that does for us. Notice how that rolling breath maybe tuned you into a sense of water and the ocean. And as we're breathing here, allowing the shoulders to feel gentle again, letting your hands rest, letting your heart rest, allowing whatever state of connectivity you're in to just be. Just be. As we're breathing in, I want you to notice the smell of water in the air. And as you're breathing in, I want you to notice where that water wants to take you. We're going on a little bit of a journey. Let your nose follow. Let your nose follow. As we're letting our nose follow us down a path, a lush path, a dense path, we notice that in the distance, this path is leading us to a magnificent, magnificent tree. But we've got to get there. So we're going to allow each footstep to crunch the leaves beneath our feet, opening ourselves up to the vibration of that crunch, but also the softness of the earth. And as we're noticing that crunch beneath our feet, we're starting to see the plant life that is low to the ground Maybe a beautiful beetle even scurries beneath a leaf. And there's rustling, and it's such big rustling, but we notice it's just a tiny little bird. It's moving about, looking for some worms, for some grub, for some food. And the bird notices us and flies away. Maybe there's beautiful flowers on your path. And you're taking them in, but there's a bigger goal because there's a magnificent tree that's waiting for us. So we keep walking. And as we start to arrive and approach this tree, before we get close to where the bark is, we can start to feel and notice that beneath our feet, there's this big root system that belongs to that tree. And it's extending really far out and wide, and it's leading us closer as our feet start connecting to the vibration of those roots. It's leading us closer and closer, and drawing us in, until we get close enough where we pause and we notice. And as I pause and I notice and I look around, I see that Stephanie's there and Erica's there, and Ryan's there, and Meredith and Katie, and there's Allie and Nicola and Michelle, and a new friend, Dawn, popped in. We've all been led to this tree because it's so magnificent. It drew us in. And as we're noticing all of these people that have gathered around this tree, we take a moment and pause and notice that that sense of awe that brought us all close to this big, beautiful redwood. We notice that that awe brings us into connection. And as we're noticing that sense of connection, and we're breathing in as we're all surrounding this big, beautiful redwood, we're feeling a sense of support. We're noticing that connection brings us into a sense of support. And all of us collectively inhale that sense of support and exhale and feel our feet rooted deeper into earth, yielding into earth, resting into earth. We're noticing a sense of support. And there might be to-dos, and there might be things that may pull us out of that sense of support, but then we come back into noticing the support is right here. And as we are noticing support, we're noticing, we're bringing in awareness that we are receiving right now. Like in second trimester, when we receive the movement of our hands, we're receiving support from this beautiful tree. Each cell opens up in a new state of restfulness. So much so that we all decide to lay down on the earth with our heads pointed towards the trees and our feet pointing out to the rest of the forest. But our crowns are all surrounding the base of this beautiful redwood, going deeper and deeper into receiving, receptivity. Feel your legs receiving. Feel your pelvis receiving. Feel the entire length of your spine elongating and receiving spaciousness. Feel your heart receiving. So much so that the arms stretch wide, the hands open up, palms facing the sky. And they're realizing they get to receive support too, each and every finger. The neck gets to receive. It's no longer holding up your head. Your head gets to receive. And your head is closest to the tree, and it's starting to feel the vibration that's emanating from that beautiful, strong trunk. It's been around for centuries, holding the ground, reaching the sky and breathing. And we're going to receive even through the breath from that tree who's provided beautiful oxygen that is smelling so exquisite. And we're noticing as we're smelling this exquisite air and breathing it in and filling the lungs, that we're also receiving Father Sky in addition to the gifts of Mother Earth. Both our parents are with us in this moment, offering unwavering support. Support that just wants to be received, nothing more. And as we realize we're receiving this support, we recognize I have to let it know that I'm in awareness of receiving. And so the body starts to wake up and smile. Because our bodies, a part of nature, knows how important it is to be acknowledged and to be recognized, and that we're supported so beautiful that we have to give back. We have to show this beautiful tree. All of us collectively have to show this beautiful tree that we know we're receiving support. And it starts with a smile. And I invite you to explore, what is your body able to do to communicate to the tree that you're aware of this beautiful support you're receiving from it? Allow the body to open up in a sense of communication. This is a form of communication. An acknowledgement of our awareness of the tree's support. And as we're doing this, we're moving from receptivity to interaction. Feel that cyclical nature of interaction. I'm receiving, and I'm showing an awareness of receiving. Some call this gratitude. Feel the support. Feel the awareness of receiving the support. Feel the acknowledgement of the receptivity, of your awareness of the support. And as we're in this beautiful form of communication, feel what happens when you open up an awareness that you're not alone in this acknowledgement of this tree, but we are all together. We're all together. Humans showing capacity to not just receive, but to show appreciation for receptivity. Amongst other humans who are not just showing appreciation for receptivity, but they're also able to hold awareness of the beauty of being in communication in this way. Breathe here. Feel the circle that we are around this tree. Feel the short lines of connection between each node of our heads. Feel the beautiful circle our hands are making as we're laying on the ground with our arms open, palms up. Feel the circle being made by the energetic expansiveness of our hearts. And feel Father Sky receiving that energetic expansiveness from our hearts, and Father Sky smiling back at us, showing appreciation for his receptivity of what we are adding to the atmosphere. Feel your feet showing appreciation for its capacity to rest. And as we're laying here on earth in this beautiful circle, warmed by the roots beneath us, warmed by the sun shining down above us, warmed by the blood that's running through all of our bodies, warmed by the power of this massive tree. I invite you to stand up very slowly and make contact with the tree, with your hands, with your face, with your chest. It's big enough to hold all of us at once. Take a moment with that tree. Feel the tree receiving you. And at your readiness, know that it is time to part ways. And you're going to begin to allow your body to start to take some of that energy and really imprint it into your memory as you begin to say goodbye to the tree. Making silent contact to each of us, as we know we're going to have to start walking back. One by one, we begin to mindfully breathe, taking that air into our lungs, taking that tree with us, taking Father Sky with us. And the particular smells that happen when we're up close to that big redwood. And begin walking back. Mindfully taking each step. Passing by the beetles and the worms and the birds. Feeling your feet crunching on the ground. Feeling the softness of the earth beneath your feet as you take each step. Being very gentle with yourself. Taking each step with reverence for the process you just allowed yourself to deepen into. Until you arrive back here in your seat at your home. I invite you to take those hands that you may have placed on that tree and bring them to your heart, one palm on top of the other. Place those hands on your heart as you would have placed your hands on that tree. Take a moment to receive yourself. Take a moment to feel a sense of support from your hands on your heart. Take a moment to smile as you communicate back to yourself that you hold an awareness of this receptivity, of this support, moving from receiving to interacting with self. And at your readiness, let your hands fall down. Stay here for a beat or two with eyes closed. And at your readiness, begin to come back into this space together as our eyes slowly flutter open. Take your time. Maybe take notice visually of something in your environment. Allow your eyes to orient as the light's coming back into the eyes. Maybe move your body a little bit, maybe stretch your arms a little bit. We just went through a very important process. What it means to connect, what it means to allow yourself to be supported and receive, what it means to hold an awareness that you're receiving, and shifting from receiving to interacting with by showing acknowledgement that you're receiving something, an appreciation. Gratitude practices are not making a list at the end of the day. That's not what a gratitude practice is. What we just did was a gratitude practice. It's moving from receiving to acknowledging, showing awareness of that acknowledgement, and interacting with. There's an interacting with that then happens after we receive, to let what you're receiving from know you're aware you're receiving something. That process is so important. And when we are birthed into this world, most of us were birthed in, the cord was cut too soon. We maybe weren't put on mama's chest fast enough. Maybe her chest was not ready to receive. There were all these cutoffs. No one received that kind of welcoming into the world. So initially, when we enter in from that beautiful womb space and we enter into the world, we're cut off. So most of us hold some fucking story of cut off, disconnect. But we get to practice what we know is true. We have capacity to receive and to interact with. Take a moment, close your eyes one last time. And as we are closing this infinity container that we co-created today, review that feeling of awe, connection, receiving, feeling of supportedness, an awareness of receiving, the communication of an awareness of receiving, and then an acknowledgement of that awareness of reciprocity. Breathe that into the heart. Exhale through the mouth. Thank yourselves for coming. I thank you for coming. I'm sending so much love. And we'll see you first Saturday of the month.